So I work as a journalist for my day job, doing freelance journalism, writing. When people hear that I'm also a playwright, that may seem kind of counterintuitive, or like those things are in two separate worlds and don't go together. What connects them is the sense that storytelling is something that humans have to do together. The Jesuit Media Lab, I think, has provided that space for us to create together.
Yeah, one more argument for why movies are a very powerful way to engage with those deep parts of ourselves.
We all have all right, I'm going all in on love.
There's a way in which creativity becomes something that allows us to take what is happening spiritually inside of us and attempt to express it to others. We're called to proclaim God at all times and to profess our faith at all times. But what's really wonderful about it is any impulse that we have, any spiritual impulse really longs to be embodied somehow. If that's in action, or if that's in articulation, or if that's in sharing with community. And creativity is a great way of allowing us to enter into that process, to deepen the experience for ourselves, to appropriate it for ourselves, and then to share it with others that might inspire them to seek a little bit more deeply and to find where God might be working in their own life and in their own heart.
Often creating is something that happens in a very contemplative mode, deep inside you, on your own, in that quiet space you go. But you also need to go out and connect with others and create with others. What I really appreciate about the Jesuit Media Lab is having a space where I can continue to practice theater and continue to explore that form of creativity. I've run 3 of these Zoom theater retreats, and many people have said who've participated in them, this is an opportunity to get to have this community and to create in community and make something in community that I don't have around me.
I like what Tolkien calls anyone who does creative work. He says that we're sub-creators. That's kind of been rephrased as being co-creators with God. And there is something about the creative impulse that we share with God. Psalm 8 says that we have been made little less than the angels. And there is something about our ability to create which puts us in a very, very deep relationship with God. St. Ignatius talked about in the spiritual exercises how the imagination was really part of deepening our experience of the scriptures and really appropriating the experience of what it is to follow Christ in a more deep and close way. One of the gifts of the Jesuit Media Lab is its ability to take those same sparks that are in so many different creative people that have been inspired by the gospel, that have been inspired by the life of Christ and the life of Ignatius and Ignatian spirituality, and takes the particularity of their expression and becomes a platform where that can be shared.
There is something very deeply powerful and redemptive about tapping into your own ability to create, to contribute, to produce, not in like a gross sort of like numbers or like just looking at profits way, like that sort of production, but to see yourself as someone who can be an agent of beauty in the world is deeply dignifying. So Jesuit Media Lab has just been such a gift to me in terms of being a place that allows me to tap back into that deeper well of creativity that I think just spills over into the rest of my work.
I know for myself it's always easier to do something in community, and Jesuit Media Lab is a great community.